How billionaires use debt to build wealth, and how you can too. Debt often gets a bad reputation, with most people associating it with financial stress and struggle. However, when used wisely, debt can be one of the most powerful tools for creating wealth. Billionaires, in particular, have mastered the art of leveraging debt to scale their businesses, diversify their investments, and grow their fortunes. They understand that borrowing money at a low cost can help them unlock opportunities that would otherwise be out of reach. But how do billionaires use debt to build wealth? And what can the average person learn from their strategies? Let's break it down. Understanding the concept of leveraging debt. At its core, leveraging debt means using borrowed money to make investments or fund business activities that will generate more money than the debt costs to carry. This is the principle behind a loan or a credit facility. You borrow funds today with the expectation that they will earn more than they owe in interest and repayments. Billionaires often use debt as leverage to build large-scale businesses and acquire significant assets. Rather than paying for these ventures entirely with their own money, they strategically borrow funds from banks, investors, or other sources. By doing this, they can amplify their returns without risking too much of their own capital. The billionaire strategy: debt as a wealth-building tool. Investing in high-return assets. Billionaires rarely use debt to fund everyday expenses. Instead, they use it to acquire high-value, income-producing assets like real estate, businesses, and stocks. For example, Elon Musk used borrowed funds to expand Tesla's operations and buy companies like SolarCity, leveraging the expected growth in those businesses to pay off the debt while gaining substantial returns. When billionaires take out loans, they often aim to use the money to acquire assets that generate significant cash flow. This could include rental properties, high-growth stocks, or even intellectual property. By doing this, they not only cover the debt repayments, but also create new income streams that further boost their wealth. Business expansion. Billionaires often borrow money to grow their companies. They understand that scaling a business requires significant investment, whether for new technology, expanding their workforce, or increasing production capabilities. Rather than waiting for profits to accumulate over the years, billionaires use debt to accelerate growth. This allows them to seize opportunities faster than competitors who may not have access to the same level of capital. For instance, Jeff Bezos used debt strategically to fund the rapid expansion of Amazon in its early years. Instead of holding back because of a lack of capital, Bezos borrowed funds to invest in inventory, distribution infrastructure, and technology, which ultimately helped Amazon become the global powerhouse it is today. Low-cost borrowing. One of the most important aspects of billionaire-level debt usage is their ability to borrow at low interest rates. This often means having access to credit lines, loans, or funding opportunities that aren't available to the average consumer. Banks and investors are willing to lend billionaires large sums of money because they are seen as low-risk borrowers. Furthermore, with low interest rates, the cost of carrying debt becomes much lower, making it a highly attractive option for growing wealth. Billionaires, such as Warren Buffett, have famously taken advantage of low borrowing costs to make acquisitions, knowing that the returns on those investments will far exceed the interest paid. Tax efficiency. Using debt strategically can also have tax advantages. Interest paid on debt is often tax-deductible, especially in business settings. This provides billionaires with an added incentive to borrow money rather than using their own funds, as it can reduce their taxable income. Additionally, by financing certain investments with debt, billionaires can defer tax liabilities on capital gains. The tax code allows them to leverage borrowed money to increase their investment returns without incurring immediate taxes. This strategy of deferred taxation allows their wealth to grow at an accelerated pace. How you can use debt to build wealth. Now that we've seen how billionaires use debt to build their wealth, let's explore how you too can use similar strategies to grow your financial situation. Start by building a strong credit profile. The first step to using debt effectively is establishing a solid credit history. Just as billionaires gain access to favorable terms by having a proven track record of managing debt, individuals can benefit from low-interest loans by improving their credit score. Take time to pay off existing debts, make timely payments, and reduce your credit utilization ratio to boost your score. A good credit score opens up more opportunities to borrow money at competitive rates, which is crucial for leveraging debt effectively. Invest in real estate. One of the easiest and most accessible ways to use debt to build wealth is through real estate investments. You can leverage a mortgage to buy property, and in return, you gain the benefits of appreciation and rental income. Many successful investors, including billionaires, have built significant wealth through strategic real estate investments. The key is to invest in properties that are likely to appreciate over time and generate steady income streams. By using debt, you can own properties without paying the full cost upfront, and the income generated can be used to pay down the loan. Use debt to fund high-return investments. If you have a solid investment strategy in place, borrowing money to invest in stocks, bonds, or other high-return assets can amplify your returns. However, this strategy carries more risk than real estate, so it's important to do your research and ensure that your investments are poised for growth. Billionaires often use debt to buy stakes in companies or to fund investments in early-stage ventures. While risky, these investments can yield exponential returns if executed correctly. Start or scale your own business. Debt can also be used to fund the growth of your own business. Instead of using all of your savings, consider taking out a loan or securing an investment to launch your business. Just like Bezos and Musk, you can use debt to fund research, development, and expansion efforts without depleting your savings. Take time to create a detailed business plan and determine how much capital you need to get started or grow. If you can show that your business has strong growth potential, lenders may be more willing to provide the funds you need. Consult with financial advisors. As you begin using debt to build wealth, consider seeking advice from financial professionals. Experts can help you understand the best types of debt for your specific financial goals and ensure that your debt management strategy aligns with your wealth-building ambitions. Debt isn't inherently bad. It's all about how you use it. Billionaires have mastered the art of leveraging debt to create opportunities that allow them to grow their wealth exponentially. By borrowing strategically and investing wisely in high-return assets, expanding businesses, and utilizing tax advantages, they've been able to build massive fortunes. Let me know in the comments section below. What do you think of our video? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.